It's time now for the PHL 11 o'clock news on this Sunday night, July 19th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I am 11 o'clock news at 9 here. And our top story here at 11 o'clock here on this late Sunday night here is saying what you will about Donald Trump. He certainly has a knack for keeping his name in the news and facing criticism from all sides. On Sunday evening, the business mogul wrote an op-ed for the USA Today where he touts his record on veterans' issues and claims. In Chattanooga, Tennessee, Paul Proxmire was surrounded by screaming street preachers, angry protesters, unsettled wonders that just arrived from Sunday church. In Washington, during the closed-door talks in Vienna on limiting Iran's nuclear program, Secretary of State John Kerry argued that the United Nations Security Council should not go to vote on lifting sanctions on Iran until Congress had a chance to review it. While Jordan Spieth was playing himself in a position, a historic final round, golf balls were flying in the hills all around him and in the British Open here on Sunday. Ty Lawson's second DUI had led to a second chance to use it as the Denver Nuggets on Sunday agreed to trade the troubled 27-year-old to the Houston Rockets, where the team that had reached the Western Conference Finals its last postseason in its search. In Athens, Greek banks are ready to open their branches across the country on Monday after a 3-week shutdown, officials said, while German Chancellor Angela Merkel called for swift aid talks so Athens could also lift withdrawal limits. McFadden's mother has described how terror turned into an overwhelming relief as she watched her son fight off a huge shark at the J-Bay Open Surf Competition in South Africa. In London, Prime Minister David Cameron is launching a 5-year plan to defeat Islamic extremism, saying that it is time to counter the ideology that has attracted so many young people to the Islamic State group. A 21-year-old man drowned in the backyard pool of the Beverly Crest home actress Demi Moore early Sunday, authorities said. In Modesto, California, police say that person of interest wanted in the connection to the deaths of 5 people found in Modesto home was found in San Jose early Sunday morning. Hikaru Kimura filed an apology at the 7 in Weasel Falls Center in Los Angeles on Sunday as James Murphy, a 94-year-old forced labor survivor, is far right. The deposition was from a 2005 court case in which a woman claimed Bill Cosby drugged and raped her. As Bill Cosby's deposition details, comedians' pursuit of women. McDale AFB officials safely detonated a World War II explosive that washed up in St. Pete Beach in Florida. Singapore oil prices held steadily in early Asian trade on Monday as resurgence in U.S. drilling activity seen earlier this month seemed to fizzle out, while data showed Saudi Arabian exports fell to the lowest in 5 months despite record output. Lockheed Martin has agreed to buy Sikorsky, the makers of the Black Hawk helicopters used by the United States military. People with knowledge of the matter said on Sunday. Marvel's Ant-Man landed with a solid $58 million on the weekend box office wall. Trainwreck's Amy Schumer put her own spin on romantic comedy to the tune of $30.2 million debut. Science is a hard and a good science disorder. It takes persistence and tons of patience. As California Governor Jerry Brown and Pope Francis each might see a bit of himself in ever. One day cross paths this week at the Vatican Symposium on Climate Change and Human Trafficking. Half of all the cancer patients will be given a definite diagnosis within 2 weeks under ambitious NHS plans to slash the number of people dying of the disease. Alright, take a look at New England alerts here at 11:04 here in Boston, Massachusetts at 154 Heath Street, shots fired. In South Hadley, Massachusetts, the South Hadley Police Department is asking to assist the public in looking at a missing 93-year-old South Hadley resident. Mary Almeida was last known to be at her South Hadley residence at approximately 9:30 a.m. this morning and is possibly traveling to New Hampshire in a blue 2007 Cadillac SDS sedan with Massachusetts registration 397WHC. If you locate Almeida or aware of her whereabouts, please contact the South Hadley Police Department. Here telling you some low 5, time and a half sports report here. And for the first time in nearly 2 decades, Angel Stadium in Anaheim has a rain delay as the Boston Red Sox Los Angeles Angels game was rained out due to a can of rain, and the two teams will make up a doubleheader starting tomorrow. Alright, other scores around the major on this Sunday night here. New York Yankees defeat the Seattle Mariners 2-1. Toronto Blue Jays shut out the Tampa Bay Rays 4-0. Baltimore Orioles over the Detroit Tigers 9-3. Cleveland Indians over the Cincinnati Reds 5-3. Philadelphia Phillies over the Miami Marlins 8-7. Los Angeles Dodgers shut out the Washington Nationals 5-0 here. Kansas City Royals over the Chicago White Sox 4-1. Houston Astros pounded the Texas Rangers 10-0. Milwaukee Brewers over the Pittsburgh Pirates 6-1. New York Mets over the St. Louis Cardinals 3-1. Oakland Athletics blow out the Minnesota Twins 14-1. San Francisco Giants edge out Arizona Diamondbacks 2-1. The Chicago Cubs over the Atlanta Braves 4-1. And the Columbus Crew over the Chicago Fire 3-1. In London, New Hampshire, Kyle Busch could call himself a lucky man in 2015. Maybe blessed, maybe fortunate, but not lucky. Not yet when a driver missed 11 races to recover from a devastating injury and then has wrecked in two of his first 3 points races. As his New Hampshire win was fortunate. Pierre Chalnusam, 11:06 on the slate Sunday night here. 10.5 a traffic report here, and looking at the traffic situation on the slate Sunday night here. Smooth sailing on highways, byways, New England here, and seeing a few slow spots here. First of all, on the Mass Pike, it's a little slow before 128 on the eastbound side, westbound side, slow around Route 120 in the west in here. 128 on the northbound side, got an accident in Norwood near Route 1 in Norwood and Denver stretch, so expect some delays here. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, so from Austin Branton to the Pruitt Tunnel. Mass Pike on the westbound side, slow before the Austin Branton tolls here. Route 37 on the eastbound side, slow before Route 95 at work. But 395 on the southbound side, a little slow for the Webster stretch before the Connecticut border here. Everett Turnpike a little slow in Nashua here. Around Route 111 here. 495 stop and go in Tewksbury, and 495 southbound slow before 213 and doing a little slow here, but otherwise a smooth sailing commute here on this late Sunday night here on the highways, byways of New England here. And look at the MBTA alerts here. Areas are looking good here. On the subway system, it's looking good, and the Commuter Rail, smooth sailing. Patriot Channel News time, 11:07 here, 10.5 hour weather report here, and looking at the radar here. On this late Sunday night here, and it shows some rain showers up Cape Ann here. And a little up to the north here. Seeing some spotty, some line of rain showers and thunderstorms in the Mount Washington area of New Hampshire, and stretching down through Maine from Portland and up in Augusta, and stretching down from Bangor and down through Bar Harbor Island, Maine. It's all headed towards the northeast and east coast here. So this spot in New Hampshire and the Maine are not out of the woods of the thunderstorms just yet, but we are clear as for now here in southern New England, including here in Norton here. And this what caused the postponement of the Red Sox Angels game. Tonight in Los Angeles. Lots and lots of rain here. Right now, hazardous weather outlook day 1 tonight to be a low whisper and isolated strong. A severe thunderstorm mainly after midnight and localized strongly damaging wind gusts would be possible if any occur. And day 2 for 7, Monday for Saturday, no hazardous weather expected at this time here. Alright, 7-day forecast, it goes like this here. For the overnight hours tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly before 4 a.m. Thunderstorms produce heavy rain and frequent lightning. Patch fog after 2 a.m. was mostly cloudy, low around 32 degrees. Southwest from about 3 to 6 miles per hour. Precipitation is 40%. New rain amounts of 3 and 1/4 inch possible. Monday, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Patch fog before 7 a.m. was mostly cloudy, about 89 degrees and west from about 5 to 8 miles per hour. Precipitation is 20%. Monday night, forecast cloud low at 600 degrees. Light west wind. Tuesday, chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly after 5 p.m. Mostly cloudy, about 87 degrees. Cloud will be coming southwest around 5 to 7 miles per hour. Here. In the afternoon, precipitation 30%. New rain for miles of less than 10 inches. Extreme high amounts of possible thunderstorms here. So that chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 a.m. Then a slight chance of showers between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. Mostly cloudy, low around 65 degrees. And southwest from about 5 miles becoming northwest at midnight. Here, precipitation 30%. Wednesday, Saturday, most coast guard about 80 to about 61 degrees. Thursday, Saturday, most coast guard about 80 to about 60 degrees. Friday, most Saturday podcast got about 80 to about 61 degrees. Saturday, most Saturday podcast got about 78 to about 60 degrees. And for Sunday, Port Says got about 79 degrees. North temperature standing at 77 degrees, humidity 82%. It's fair skies. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this Sunday, July 19th, 2015. Peter say, hope you have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning with a more important